Did you know that 80% of CEOs consider global economic trends to be a top priority in their strategic planning? That's an astonishing figure because it highlights just how critical it is for business leaders to stay informed about economic dynamics that can impact their company. In this lesson, we will explore how to effectively discuss global economic and financial trends. But first, let's clarify the difference between economic and financial trends. Economic trends include broader indicators like GDP growth, inflation, unemployment rate, while financial trends focus on the company's performance metrics, such as revenue and profit margins. Understanding the difference is essential when discussing these topics with your colleagues and customers, since I've had many students who confuse economic and financial elements. So when we're talking about the broader economy, it's economic trends. When we're talking about internal company metrics, it's financial trends. Now let's move on to a Q&A session to learn some great idioms on how you can describe economic trends.
How would you describe the current global economic landscape?
The current global economic landscape resembles a perfect storm of rising inflation and geopolitical tensions. However, signs suggest that the tide is turning towards sustainability and innovation. Yet businesses must remain vigilant as clouds are gathering on the horizon, indicating potential challenges ahead. Adaptability is essential for survival. Would you ever expect to find 3 idioms describing weather conditions in an answer about economic trends? Fun, right? Let's explain what these idioms mean. A perfect storm. This idiom refers to a situation where a combination of factors or events creates a particularly severe or disastrous outcome. It implies that multiple adverse conditions come together to increase the negative effects, making the situation worse than it would be if each factor happened independently. The tide is turning. This expression suggests a change in circumstances, often indicating that a situation is shifting in a more positive or favorable direction. It can imply that what was previously unfavorable is now beginning to improve and gaining momentum. Clouds are gathering. This phrase typically indicates an approaching threat or trouble. It conveys a sense of an anticipation for difficult times ahead, suggesting that issues are beginning to emerge and may lead to complications or challenges in the near future.
Which developing economy is becoming stronger?
Brazil is on the rise, gaining momentum, like a team scoring a comeback victory. With strategic investments and a youthful workforce, it's hitting its stride and playing to win. If it continues this way, Brazil is soon going to emerge as a strong contender in the global economic field. Now, would you ever expect to find 3 idioms describing sports in an answer about economic trends? Let's explain what these idioms mean. To gain momentum, this idiom means to increase in strength, in speed, or support over time, similar to a sports team that builds energy and confidence as they progress through a game or a season. Hitting its stride refers to reaching a level or performance of efficiency where a person or team is functioning at their very best, often after a period of adjustment or a slow start, like an athlete finds their rhythm during a competition. And playing to win means an approach to a situation with the intention of achieving victory or success rather than just participating. It emphasizes proactive, competitive mindsets that focus on achieving the best possible outcome. Now, let's move on to financial vocabulary. I know that many of you have to go through data and trends when making presentations for your company. And in these presentations, you need to describe, for example, how the sales of your company are increasing or decreasing. But these words, increasing and decreasing, sound so boring, and you need better vocabulary to take your audience through an interesting storyline. So to make this easier, what I've done is I've created a graph depicting a company's sales performance over the past year, and we will go through it together using better and more professional language. Here's the graph. This graph is introducing the company's sales over the past year, and here's how you could present this graph. Over the 12-month period, the company's sales exhibit a dynamic trajectory, characterized by both significant peaks and lows. In month 6, sales experienced a remarkable surge, peaking at 240,000. This robust growth can be attributed to a successful product launch or increased market demand. Following this peak, sales underwent a decline in month 7, dropping to 220,000. This decrease may indicate a temporary market saturation or increased competition. Throughout months 8 and 9, sales stabilized around the 180,000 mark, suggesting a period of consolidation as the company adapted to market conditions. In months 10 and 11, sales fluctuated, reflecting a company's response to shifting consumer preferences and external economic factors. Sales dipped slightly to 160,000 before rebounding to 190,000. Ultimately, the year concluded with sales at 230,000 in month 12, indicating a healthy recovery and potential for future growth. Now, take note of key words in this description. There are many words that you can use instead of a high increase, such as sales have surged, soared, or there was a boost in sales. Also, when describing decreasing sales, you could say sales have declined, dropped, or plummeted if there's a big decrease. When sales are increasing and decreasing all the time, use words like fluctuating, wavering, or alternating to keep your descriptions more interesting. And what if you want to say that there's been no change? Then say sales have stabilized or leveled off. Lastly, the expression a healthy recovery is a great way to introduce the element that your sales were decreasing but are now recovering to healthier levels. Now, before we move on, I want you to also pay close attention to the prepositions that we're using when we're describing our sales. Look at this example. I will say, sales stand right now at $200,000. Sales dropped to $150,000 in January, but sales now stand at $300,000. So sales increased by 150,000. It's important to use the right prepositions, otherwise people might get confused. Understanding and using the right vocabulary to discuss global financial trends can significantly make you sound more professional and advanced in your communication. Now let's wrap up with some astonishing fun facts about current economic trends. Fact number 1, the e-commerce boom. Did you know that global e-commerce sales are set to smash through the $6 trillion mark in 2024? With online shopping becoming the new normal, retailers are racing to create exciting digital experiences that keep us coming back for more. Fact number 2, the green energy revolution. Get ready to go green. Investment in renewable energy is expected to skyrocket to over $1.5 trillion by 2025. As the world shifts towards sustainable power, the race is on to harness the sun, the wind, the water for a clear, brighter future. And number 3, the fintech frenzy, expected to leap from 112 billion to 200 and 330 by 2028, making the financial lives easier for and more exciting for everyone than ever before. Okay, so that's it for today. Thank you for watching, and be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of our upcoming lessons. Have a great day, and I see you in our next video.